In the simplest sense, mutual aid is just neighbors helping out neighbors. So mutual aid really takes the values of the movement, particularly the value of this idea of personalism, that we are personally responsible for each other. That is not up to a nonprofit or a government organization or anyone else, but that if there's a need that my neighbor has, then it's really my duty to help take care of that. So currently, Westside Mutual Aid, we have focused on groceries and food access. So we started the first week of the shutdown with the pandemic, doing grocery deliveries to maybe a dozen or so families. These needs are nothing new. Food insecurity was already a struggle here prior to coronavirus. In North Londo, which is the neighborhood that I live, the median income, I believe, is 13,000. We saw an immediate spike in food needs. These are neighborhoods that have been divested from and systematically oppressed for many years. So it's no surprise that there are already many pre-existing needs that are just sort of amplified through coronavirus. But along with that, there are many needs for things like rent assistance, for financial assistance. Many folks are unemployed but unable to access unemployment insurance due to the type of work that they had, whether it was under the table or babysitting their neighbor's kids while their neighbor worked. That as a mutual aid network, we frankly can't meet right now. And so we've really just pinned down, let's find one need. We can't solve it for everybody, but let's figure out how we can do it well for these 130 so families on our list and go from there. We honestly did not have any sort of strategy of how do we get sort of word out of what we're doing. And that was entirely done through informal networks and word of mouth. A lot of the faith-based institutions also are very well connected and already had the organizing set up in place prior to this happening. And so here in North Lawndale, that has been really neat to see, both getting on Zoom calls where there is a multi-generational group of folks working together for the neighborhood, and folks who also already have some trusting relationships with each other. For many people, this is a brand new idea that, we can be the ones who help each other and help ourselves. And so I think that shift in understanding and philosophy, and also sometimes the realization like, hey, the city, the government, they're not necessarily going to come pick us up. We gotta take care of ourselves out here. That's a huge benefit that I'm hoping is lasting.